Awesome. All right, Tim. I wanted to thank you very much for doing this. You didn't have to, but I really want to get some feedback for not only me and the people who may be thinking about doing the Jumpstart program, but also internally. You know, me, Calvin, Daniel. We want to make sure that the information is good and we're up to date on everything. So I appreciate you giving me some feedback.
Yeah.
So in regards to the Jumpstart program, you've made it all the way to the disposition portion of it, right? Just so you're just at the end.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So tell me about your experience so far with it. How's it been? How's the information?
So I like all the information. So yeah, I was going through everything. Initially, it's PDFs of, um, the information, getting to know. Basically, like in the beginning, since I had already done kind of my own due diligence and research into what wholesaling was, I kind of knew some of that. But this is perfect for whether you know that or not. It gives you, I mean, every single little thing, all the terminology that you might be exposed to that doesn't make any sense, kind of what to expect, because sometimes people coming into this may not know. Everybody online makes it look so easy. And like I said, we were talking yesterday, like I said, that phrase that I like to refer back to, this is very simple, but it's not easy. And a lot of
Correct.
people online make it look very easy. This explains some of the things you might be running into, like the initial, it was like a 30 or 40 page like document you go through, basically the A to Z of
Yep.
what is it, what to expect, how you navigate, you know, choosing your market, cold calling, and all the different things. So, on top of giving you all the information, it's also telling you what to expect as you go through this. So, I really liked it, man. Every part of it, it gives you visuals. Some people may not learn just by reading, but by actually watching. So, visually, the recordings that they give you, looking at deal sniper and everything like that, showing you examples like I remember going through, let me look at, I think it was like comping, so actually showing you underwriting those deals. I don't know who it was in the video, but he was just showing you uh, the deals that he did and what the numbers look like. So, I mean, there's plenty of examples in here. I love all of it. So it's a absolutely fantastic guide. And just like it says your first deal roadmap. It really is. It's your roadmap to get you your first deal and everything, what to expect. So, and I liked, what was the one? I referred back to a couple of different times. I think it was the like call strategies. I think that's the one you did.
Yeah.
Going through. There was that one and a couple other ones that you did that I liked because I was able to pull lots of different tips for when I started calling. So
Is
that
that
on
the
top of the live calls.
are you talking about the ones where I'm reviewing one of my recorded calls?
No. So this is under, scroll down to the other visual video modules towards the bottom. Yeah, there. And so call
Oh,
strategies is in there,
yeah.
and yeah, like follow up SOP. So I like that. There was a couple of tips. I remember going back to that video a couple of different times, um, to just, take some tips out of there on what I was doing for cold calling. So yeah, no, feedback is, I love this. This is a perfect guide. And eventually, as when I get to the point where it's automated, right? And I'm further into the business. I already know people are going to come ask me because I would love for other people in my circle here locally that I know, that don't want to do 9 to 5. They want to be an entrepreneur and elevate their life. If somebody wants to do this, this is a perfect uh, kind of program, I guess, to pay for. And there's a lot out there that you overpay for and doesn't provide a lot of value. The amount that this was, like cost to value, I think is extremely high.
Well, I appreciate that. And actually I wanted to touch on well, actually, I wanted to touch on a couple of things because that was great, but now I'm looking for flaws because you know me, I always want to update, upgrade. I want to make things
Yeah.
better, streamlined. So, but first thing I want to touch on is you've got experience wholesaling when you actually ordered and started going through this. So
Yeah.
my question is, what did you think about the expectation that this says versus what everyone else says? Did you find it accurate? Did you think it was off a little still? What did you think?
You mean as far as
Like how easy wholesaling is?
oh, okay. This didn't make it seem that it was very easy. Honestly, for somebody, I don't know. I feel like maybe somebody might take this as this is a lot or this may be way too much. You know, because I already had experience, I knew that there's so many different avenues into wholesaling. Like I think a lot of people just think it's get something under like a cash deal is like the only
Mhm.
way that you can wholesale. And so looking in this, they're like, holy crap, this is way more than I expect. And it may be overwhelming, but I mean, I expected that. So, but I think this, say that part again. Like, did this,
So the expectation of that we give
right.
in throughout the training, do you think that it's accurate for how long it's going to take to get your deal? I guess the simpler way for me to ask it is we say that this is a 30-day to getting your first deal. Do you think if someone followed this religiously, they can get a deal in 30 days?
I
And
would push that.
I want your honest opinion, like the average person, not you, just the average person.
I would say longer, honestly, not 30 days. I mean, like that really depends. Um, I would say between 30 to 60 days. It really depends on how much effort they put into that. I mean, if they followed everything to the T, I think so. I think that's realistic to expect a deal within 30 days, but they would have to be incredibly diligent in implementing every single process here and spend way more time than they think. It's not just a few hours a day. We're talking like all day, every day for 30 days straight. Yes. Yes.
Okay, that's fair. I'll take it. I'll take it. And even though I know that some people are going to watch this and they're going to think, well, I don't have 8 hours a day. Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Yes, you do. Here's the
Yeah.
thing. Here's something my dad told me. He told me this years and years and years ago. And who was it? Because it wasn't like now, if it were my kids, that would be like Bezos or something. But he said, Bill Gates. That's the one he used. He
Hmm.
said, Bill Gates and every other millionaire, billionaire on the planet has the same 24 hours in a day that we have. So why are they loaded and we are not? And the truth of the matter is that I started just the way that we talked about in the beginning. I saw TikTok. Remember Kang? Let's get that
Hmm.
Monet. That's I was doing
I remember him.
I
Yeah.
was doing hospice and I just switched over to pediatrics and that floored me. So I'm like, yeah, I'm out. I can't do this
Yeah.
anymore. And I saw his TikTok and I'm like, oh, I was a loan officer years ago. I could do that. Made it sound super simple until I tried to do it. And I'm like, yeah, he left some shit out. He
Yeah.
left he left a couple of things out. And I like the way that you said it. It's simple. Wholesaling is very simple to do,
Yeah.
but it's not easy. So
Mhm.
for people who have 9 to 5s, I've got people on my personal wholesaling team who have 9 to 5s and they still wholesale. So it's definitely possible. And every single one of them have gone through this.
Yeah.
Now, did they go through in this form? No, they had me like walking them through it. But now, I mean, I feel like, well, actually, let me ask you, if someone was new and didn't have access to me, how much of this do you think that they would be able to make it through?
Um, you can make the or you can get through this without you. I mean, you may have questions, you know, and you explain stuff very well, but you can get that you can get the information online, you know, especially leveraging AI nowadays. You can find the information that you're looking for. If you're stumped on something or something may not make sense, you know, the way that you guys explain it here, you can find it. Um, it may not be explained the same way. You know, you use different analogies that other people are like, oh, and it clicks for them, right? So that's the benefit to using you. But you can find it. So you can.
You think that would be something that, like, if I'm there, great, but if I'm not there, you'll figure it out. And again, especially like you said with AI, throw a question in the chat GPT. The good thing about this and the bad thing about wholesaling is that when you're new, you don't know what questions to ask. You don't know what you don't know. So when you have something like this, at least in my opinion, presented to you, and then you pair it with something like chat GPT, let's say I don't exist. You're like, hey, what does this mean when they're talking about KPI tracking? It'll answer the question, but you don't even know to
Yes.
ask about KPI tracking when you're new. Here's the
Right.
great thing. I don't ever plan on dying. It doesn't seem fun to me. So I'll be doing this for, as long as I can.
Right.
I feel like I tell everybody, I'm here until nobody needs me anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. You can. So this is even without you, as long as they know how to do some basic research, because questions are gonna come up throughout this, right? And I
Yeah.
don't know if I asked. I think I've gone to you a couple of times when I was going through this, and I leveraged AI for a lot of it when I didn't understand stuff, but some of it I did have some background experience, so I knew what they were talking about. But 100%, you're gonna have questions going through here, stuff that may not make sense. A lot of the videos, they do break it down. There's that one, I think it's a PDF or it's a video. No, it's a video. In the other video modules, key terms. So it's going through all the different
Yeah.
things that you might be exposed to that you don't know right now. There's a ton of them that I'm like, I don't know what the hell that means. I was saying that for like a week, 2 weeks straight when I'm just got exposed to the Discord, and it's like, what the hell are you guys talking about? It explains it. So, but as long as you can do some of that basic research when you have those questions, if you're not available, 100%.
Love it. Awesome. Okay, cool. So now let's get to the fun part. Let's do some critiquing. If there was anything you could change, add, alter, whatever, what would it be? Out of just this part. We're gonna go through the other stuff that you got with the jump start, but just through the course part.
Let's see. So there was you could change when I was looking at the warm lead script.
Mm-hmm.
I would make some adjustments here. There was, because I had used this. I mean, I knew that you need to be fluid when talking to sellers. So when I was using the warm lead script, it's good as a starter, as long as there's maybe a notation. Just don't follow this to the T, because like some of it may not make sense. A seller's gonna take you into left field, right? With some comment they made or some question, it's gonna throw you off if you're trying to follow this and use that script to an absolute T. I mean,
So wait a minute, just to make sure I'm understanding. So you mean like not necessarily a disclaimer, but just some sort of notice like, hey, this is more of a guideline, adapted to the situation.
yeah, put that in there, because some people, I know there's gonna be some people out there that are gonna use the script to an absolute T, and they think they have to follow every single word verbatim. Don't do that.
Right.
Use that as a guide, right?
Exactly.
Like there's the second page, I think, where it's the additional information when you're trying to ask about the property. Don't ask every single question that's on there, right? Like you're going through a checklist. Try to incorporate that into the whole thing. So if you just put a disclaimer there, use this as a guide. Don't read it verbatim to the seller. Do that. That was one thing that I wanted to add.
Bet. Okay, we can definitely do that. Thank you. What else you got?
Yeah. Let's see. There was a lot of stuff I liked, honestly. I know that I'm not trying to, you know, um, what's the word I'm looking for? It's just there was a lot of good. There was not a lot of bad. I know that was the one thing I wanted to add because I couldn't find too much. Calculators were all good. Oh no, So I don't know what it was here. You have everything separated. So you give us the deal machine.
Hmm.
Um, that was with Deal Sniper, right? Did we get access to
Correct.
that? You have everything broken down separately. So I don't know if you want to just add everything as one link. Let's see. It's in calculators. So under the text
Oh,
blasting
oh,
operator.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I know which one you're talking about. There was a reason that we did that.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it was, but I said the same thing. I'm like, hey, why don't we just give them the one and I think that's because there are subtle differences to the deal sniper calculator versus this one in some of the formulas. And
Okay.
that's because people who primarily use deal sniper, they're going to stick to, especially if they're new to wholesaling. Once you
Yeah.
learn creative and you're like, oh, that's how it works, you kind of stick to just that. So we wanted the
Yeah.
calculator geared more towards that. Your calculator from this course is geared more towards everything because you should be able to do everything once you go through this.
Yeah, yeah, 100%.
I
It's
think
just
that's why.
all in different, yeah, in different documents rather than one document with separate tabs in it. So
All
I
right,
don't know.
let's see
Maybe
about
that's just a
updating that.
preference thing.
No,
So
there was a reason why. I didn't remember. I'll find out because that's now. See, now that's going to bother me. I'll find out. There was a valid reason why. I remember when they told me, I was like, "Oh, that makes sense," but I don't remember what the hell it was.
yeah.
I'll find
Okay.
out.
All right. Let's see. Honestly, I don't. Yeah, I don't think I really had anything else. Everything was straightforward, man. It's read the PDFs. It gives you a basic overview. There's more than enough videos to properly explain every method. And, live calls were good. And I was heavily using the other video modules since, I know how to do wholesaling
Mhm.
as a whole. It's really just the niche things, right? The calling strategy is like choosing the markets, and like comping. Yeah, that's what I utilized heavy. And then underwriting, for me, it's pretty straightforward, unless there's something like weird, like that multifamily thing that we dealt with. So,
Gotcha.
um, no, I honestly I think that's it. I'd love to have more for you, right? To improve, because I love making adjustments and just fine tuning stuff. But no, you guys did a good job on this.
I appreciate that. Thank you. All right, and then just for the last thing, I just want to double check. So we've gone through the roadmap. How about have you pulled your 20,000 leads yet?
I didn't do that, no, since
Okay.
I should. I gotta go through that. I did open that up. I just didn't pull that.
Okay. All right, cool. And then you've already got your deal sniper for life access, so that's good. And then have you act you did you already had go high level, so you didn't actually need this, right?
Correct. That's
Okay.
correct.
Okay. Let's see. I want to see if there's a way that you can utilize that because you paid for it. Let me talk to Calvin and Daniel. Let me see what we can do about that because you did already have literally the same one, which is one of the best ones, go high level. So
Yeah.
it wouldn't even make sense for you to switch because you'd be switching from the same thing to the same thing. So all right, let me find out about that. Any other information you'd like to give me or anyone else that's going to be thinking about getting this program? Like, do you recommend it? Is it worth the value? And just so we're on the same page, you know me, I'm super honest. If you don't mind, I'm gonna I have no problem telling people how much you paid for it, just because the first of next month the price goes up anyway, so it doesn't matter. So if you're okay
Okay.
with it, I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I'm cool with it. That's fine. Yeah, 100%. The value is there. Even if you already know, like me, who knows, has a background in wholesaling, um, has started their journey already. I definitely think it's worth the money. There's plenty of information in here to help you to just refer back to. It's a place where you can go to that say, oh, I need scripts, or oh, that calculator's in there, or listening to live calls, like listening to you was still good, and different strategies. There was more than enough in here, even though I already knew wholesaling, to still give me enough value. So I still 100% recommend anybody who's looking to learn like me. Even though I know stuff, I'm always an open book, open to hearing other people's experiences and opinions. Tell me what you think about this. 100%. If you're somebody like that, get it, use it, and go through every single thing in here. Don't skip over certain things. You're like, oh, I know that. Read it anyways. Watch that video anyways. You're still gonna find something in there that you may just think about a different way, right? It's somebody else, it's you or Calvin or whoever. We're going through that information. You may have known that, but you've learned it this way. You may have a different way of explaining it, so still absolutely go through it. I guarantee you will pull some value out of it.
And are you saying that in regards to the off market and the creative training that was in there, or just the off market?
No, both 100%.
Awesome. Okay, cool. And then for anyone that's listening, again, if you've watched any of my videos, I don't really gatekeep. I don't really like people who are scammy or beat around the bush. Tim paid $500 for this program. And right now it is July 22nd. Come August 1st, the price is going up to $1,000. So if you're interested, hit me up, let me know. I'll get you set up. And then on top of that, I know we kind of touched on, you can use this thing if I'm not around. I'm going to be here. I'm in the Discord 15, 16 hours a day, every day, except for Sundays. Sundays I do take a day off. So you'll have access to the community, to me, the resources, the training, the leads, the CRM, everything. And if you guys have any questions, let me know. Tim, thank you again for giving me your feedback. And I'm going to get feedback from all the people that we have had use this, and it's all going live on YouTube, good, bad, and everything in between. So I appreciate it, man. Thanks.
Absolutely. Anytime.
All right, man. You have a good rest of your day. I'll talk to you later. I'll be on the live tonight at 6 o'clock.
Sounds good. I'll be there.
All right, man. See you.